In the darkest moments of our lives, when it feels like the weight of the world is pressing down upon us, we often find ourselves asking, "Where can I turn for solace and strength?" It's in these very moments that we must remember a profound truth. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. 2 Timothy 4:17 reminds us of this unwavering promise. "But the Lord stood by me and gave me strength." Today, let's journey together through this divine assurance and discover how God's presence is our ultimate sanctuary. Imagine being caught in a storm with no shelter in sight. The winds howl, the rain pelts down, and you feel utterly exposed. In such a scenario, finding refuge is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. God promises to be that shelter for us. His strength is not merely a comforting thought, but a tangible reality. When the storms of life rage, His presence stands as an immovable fortress. You are not left alone to weather the tempest. Instead, God surrounds you with His protective embrace, ensuring that you remain steadfast even when everything around you seems to crumble. In times of trouble, it can often feel as though our cries for help go unheard, that the weight of our burdens is too heavy for any human shoulders to bear. Yet, it's in these very trials that God's strength is most evident. He stands by us, not as a distant observer, but as an active participant in our struggle. When you feel that you've reached the end of your rope, remember that God is right there with you, pulling you up, guiding you through the darkness, and giving you the strength to take the next step. His support is unwavering, and His love is limitless. Consider the story of a lone traveler lost in the wilderness, desperate for guidance. With every step, the path seems more uncertain, and hope seems to wane. Yet imagine discovering a guiding light, a beacon that never falters, no matter how harsh the environment. This is how God's strength works in our lives. He's the constant beacon in our wilderness of trials and tribulations. No matter how disoriented or fearful we may feel, His presence illuminates our path, guiding us safely through the darkness and leading us towards a place of peace and restoration. When faced with trials, our first instinct might be to lean on our own understanding or to seek solace in fleeting comforts. However, these sources often fall short of providing true relief. God, on the other hand, is a source of unshakable strength. His support is not temporary, but eternal. In the face of adversity, when our own strength fails, His is more than sufficient. He does not merely offer a temporary reprieve. He empowers us to face each challenge with renewed vigor and confidence. Through Him, we find the strength to persevere and the courage to confront our deepest fears. Imagine being surrounded by a loving family, each member offering their support and encouragement. The warmth and reassurance they provide make you feel safe and cherished. This is akin to God's role in our lives. His presence is like an all-encompassing embrace, one that never falters and never fades. In moments of trouble, when the world seems cold and unwelcoming, His love and strength are a constant source of comfort. You are never alone. His arms are always open, ready to catch you, lift you up, and carry you through your trials. Sometimes we may feel that our struggles are too great, that we are too broken to be repaired. Yet God's strength is made perfect in our weakness. His power is magnified when we are at our lowest. In these moments, He is the potter shaping us, the healer mending our wounds, and the friend who never forsakes us. His ability to transform our pain into purpose is a testament to His infinite strength and love. As you navigate through your difficulties, trust that God is at work, weaving beauty and strength into the fabric of your life. The journey through difficult times can often feel like a marathon, with each mile bringing its own set of challenges. However, God's strength is not a distant promise, but a present reality. He is the support system that helps us endure, the motivation that propels us forward. When you feel exhausted and ready to give up, remember that God's strength is your endurance. He infuses you with the energy and determination needed to press on. With each step you take, He is there, ensuring that you have the fortitude to complete your journey and emerge stronger than before. Reflect on the peace that follows a heavy rainstorm, the calm after the chaos. It's a reminder that even after the most tumultuous trials, God's strength brings a sense of tranquility and hope. His presence is the promise that, no matter how fierce the storm, there is a peaceful shore ahead. As you face your struggles, hold on to the assurance that God will bring you through, and that on the other side of your challenges lies a renewed sense of peace and purpose. His strength transforms our trials into testimonies of His faithfulness. In times of trouble, our hearts may be heavy and our minds may be troubled, yet God's presence offers a balm for our souls. His strength is not just a force, but a profound comfort that calms our fears and soothes our anxieties. Imagine a serene oasis in the midst of a barren desert, a place of refreshing relief. This is what God's presence provides. When the burdens of life become too great, He is the oasis that replenishes our spirits, renewing our strength and restoring our hope. In Him, we find peace that surpasses all understanding. Life's challenges can sometimes feel like a mountain too steep to climb. Yet God promises to be our strength in these moments of weakness. He is the one who equips us to scale the heights of our trials and triumph over the obstacles in our path. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that God's strength is the power that will carry you up the steepest slopes. He provides the tools, the courage, and the determination needed to reach the summit. Trust in His ability to help you conquer every challenge and achieve victory. In moments of intense struggle, we often question our ability to endure. It's natural to feel overwhelmed, but God's strength is a constant reminder that we are never alone. He is the source of boundless resilience, a wellspring of courage that infuses us when our own reserves are depleted. When you're at the brink of giving up, remember that God's strength is not just for the moment, but for the entirety of your journey. He provides the endurance to push through, transforming our moments of despair into opportunities for growth and victory. Think of a lighthouse standing tall amidst raging seas, guiding ships safely to shore. God's strength operates similarly in our lives, offering guidance and stability when we are lost in the turbulence of our troubles. His presence is a steady light in the fog of uncertainty, helping us navigate through the darkest nights and the most daunting challenges. When you feel adrift, look to Him as your lighthouse, knowing that He will lead you safely through the storm and bring you to a place of calm and clarity. The challenges we face can often feel like insurmountable walls blocking our path, yet God's strength is the force that breaks down these barriers. He is the mighty hand that shatters the obstacles in our way and paves the path to our breakthrough. Each wall we encounter is an opportunity for God to display His power and faithfulness. Trust that He is working behind the scenes to clear your path and lean into His strength to overcome every barrier and reach the other side. Imagine a child learning to walk, faltering and stumbling, but always finding comfort in the reassuring presence of a loving parent. This image reflects our journey with God. When we stumble and fall, He is there to lift us up and set us back on our feet. His strength is the foundation upon which we can build our steps, providing the support we need to keep moving forward. Just as a parent's encouragement helps a child to walk, God's strength enables us to navigate the challenges of life with grace and perseverance. Sometimes our troubles may seem like an endless night, with no dawn in sight. But just as the night eventually yields to the morning sun, God's strength promises that our darkness will give way to light. His presence is the dawn that breaks through the night, illuminating our path and dispelling the shadows of fear and doubt. As you face your own darkness, hold on to the promise that God's light will shine through, bringing hope, clarity, and a new beginning to every challenging situation. In times of trouble, it's easy to focus on the magnitude of our problems. However, God's strength is a reminder that no problem is too great for Him. His power surpasses every challenge we face, and His love is more profound than any difficulty. When you feel dwarfed by your struggles, remember that God is greater than all your fears and uncertainties. His strength is the ultimate assurance that you will overcome, no matter how insurmountable the obstacle may seem. Consider a tree standing firm through the changing seasons, its roots deep and unshakable. This is how God's strength sustains us through the seasons of our lives. Whether we're experiencing growth, change, or trial, His support remains constant. Just as a tree withstands storms and harsh weather, we can endure our difficulties knowing that God's strength is rooted deep within us. He nourishes and sustains us, ensuring that we remain steadfast and resilient no matter what life throws our way. When faced with personal trials, it's common to feel isolated, as if no one truly understands our pain. Yet God's strength assures us that we are never alone. He intimately knows our struggles and walks alongside us every step of the way. His empathy and compassion are boundless, providing comfort and reassurance in our moments of need. Trust that God is with you in every trial, offering His strength to carry you through and remind you that you are deeply valued and never forsaken. Life's difficulties can sometimes feel like a long, winding journey with no end in sight. However, God's strength is the promise of a victorious conclusion. He is the author of our stories, ensuring that every chapter of our lives leads to a triumphant end. When the journey seems endless and the path unclear, hold on to the assurance that God is guiding you towards a purpose-filled destination. His strength will see you through to the end, where victory and fulfillment await. When we're faced with overwhelming circumstances, it's easy to feel that we're standing alone. Yet God's strength is the reminder that we are part of a larger divine plan. His presence is a constant companion, ensuring that we are never truly alone. Even in our most solitary moments, God's strength is the silent partner that supports and upholds us. Trust that He is always by your side, working in the background to bring about His perfect plan for your life. The pain of loss or disappointment can feel like a heavy burden, dragging us down and clouding our vision. However, God's strength is the uplifting force that helps us rise above our pain. His presence is a balm for our wounds, soothing our hearts and restoring our spirits. When you are weighed down by grief or frustration, lean into God's strength to lift you up and provide the comfort and healing you need to move forward with hope and renewed purpose. Every mountain we face in life is an opportunity for God's strength to shine through. Just as a mountain climber relies on their strength and equipment to reach the summit, we rely on God's power to overcome our personal peaks and valleys. His strength is the assurance that, no matter how high or daunting the mountain may seem, we have the divine support needed to reach the top. Trust that with God's strength, every mountain is surmountable and every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Life's trials can often make us feel like we're walking through a dense fog with no clear direction. God's strength is the clarity we need to find our way. His presence acts as a guiding light, cutting through the confusion and illuminating our path. When you feel lost or disoriented, look to God's strength for guidance and direction. He will clear the fog and lead you forward, ensuring that you remain on the right path towards your destination. Just as a master craftsman meticulously shapes and molds raw materials into something beautiful, God uses His strength to refine and transform us. Our trials are the tools He uses to shape our character and faith. Each difficulty we face is an opportunity for God to work in our lives, creating something extraordinary from our challenges. Embrace the process of refinement, knowing that God's strength is the force behind your transformation, making you stronger and more resilient with each passing trial. In the midst of chaos and confusion, God's strength provides a sense of order and stability. Just as a calm center exists within the eye of a storm, His presence is the steady core that remains unshaken despite the turbulence around us. When everything feels chaotic and out of control, anchor yourself in God's strength. He is the calm in the storm, offering peace and stability when the world around you seems to be in disarray. Sometimes, our burdens can feel like an insurmountable weight, pressing down on us and threatening to crush our spirit. Yet God's strength is the divine lift that helps us bear our burdens. His power is the support that allows us to carry our load without being overwhelmed. When you feel weighed down, lean on God's strength to lift you up and provide the relief you need to continue moving forward with hope and determination. When we encounter unexpected setbacks, it's easy to feel discouraged and defeated. However, God's strength is the reminder that setbacks are not the end, but a part of the journey. He uses these moments to prepare us for greater things and to demonstrate His power. When faced with setbacks, remember that God's strength is at work, turning obstacles into opportunities and challenges into triumphs. Trust that He is guiding you through every setback towards a brighter future. The journey through life's challenges can often feel like a marathon with no finish line in sight. Yet God's strength is the endurance that sustains us through the long haul. He provides the stamina and perseverance needed to keep going, even when the path is grueling. When you feel like giving up, remember that God's strength is the power that propels you forward, ensuring that you reach the finish line and achieve your goals. In times of uncertainty, it's natural to feel anxious about the future. However, God's strength is the reassurance that our future is secure in His hands. His plans for us are filled with hope and promise, and His strength ensures that we will reach the future He has prepared for us. When anxiety about the future arises, lean into God's strength for comfort and confidence. Trust that He is guiding you towards a future that is bright and filled with His blessings. Consider the resilience of a well-built bridge that spans a vast chasm, providing a secure path across. God's strength is like that bridge, offering a secure pathway through our trials and difficulties. His power provides the stability and support we need to cross over the chasms of life's challenges. When you face obstacles that seem insurmountable, remember that God's strength is the bridge that will carry you safely to the other side. When the noise of the world becomes overwhelming, it can be difficult to hear the still, small voice of God. Yet, His strength is the peace that calms the chaos and brings clarity to our hearts. His presence is the quiet assurance that soothes our anxieties and helps us focus on what truly matters. When you feel overwhelmed by the noise around you, seek out God's strength for the peace and clarity you need to navigate your path with confidence. Life's trials can often feel like a relentless wave crashing over us, pulling us under. However, God's strength is the lifeline that keeps us afloat. His power is the divine support that prevents us from being overwhelmed by the waves of adversity. When you feel like you're drowning in your troubles, cling to God's strength as your lifeline. He will keep you buoyant and guide you safely through the turbulent waters of life. When we face personal failures or setbacks, it can be easy to lose hope and question our worth. Yet, God's strength is the reminder that our value is not defined by our failures, but by His love. He sees us as precious and worthy, regardless of our shortcomings. When you struggle with self-doubt, remember that God's strength is a testament to your inherent worth and His unwavering love. His power restores our confidence and helps us rise above our failures. Think of a trusted friend who always stands by your side, offering support and encouragement. God's strength is that unwavering friendship, providing constant support through every trial. His presence is a reminder that we are never alone and that we have a steadfast friend in Him. When you face difficulties, lean into God's strength as your trusted companion, knowing that He is always there to offer encouragement and support. Life can sometimes feel like an intricate puzzle with pieces that don't seem to fit together. However, God's strength is the master puzzle solver, working behind the scenes to bring order and coherence to our lives. His power ensures that every piece of our journey fits together perfectly, creating a beautiful and purposeful whole. When you struggle to see how your trials fit into the bigger picture, trust in God's strength to complete the puzzle and reveal His plan for your life. In moments of deep sorrow or grief, it can be difficult to see beyond the pain. Yet God's strength is the comfort that helps us find hope and healing. His presence is a balm for our wounded hearts, providing solace and peace in the midst of our pain. When you are overwhelmed by grief, lean into God's strength for the healing and hope you need to move forward. His comfort is a promise that, even in the darkest moments, there is a light of hope and renewal. Consider the unyielding foundation of a strong, enduring fortress, impervious to the ravages of time and weather. God's strength is that fortress, providing us with a steadfast refuge amidst the trials of life. His power is an impenetrable shield that guards us from the forces that seek to undermine our peace and security. When you feel under siege by life's challenges, take refuge in God's strength, knowing that He is your unshakable fortress. As we come to the end of today's message, I want to leave you with a powerful reminder. God is your unwavering refuge and strength in every moment of trouble. 2 Timothy 4:17 beautifully captures this promise, assuring us that no matter what we face, we are never alone. His strength is the foundation that supports us, the light that guides us, and the comfort that sustains us through our darkest hours. In the midst of your struggles, remember that God stands by you, offering His strength and unwavering support. No trial is too great, no challenge too daunting when you have Him by your side. Lean into His strength, trust in His promises, and know that He will never leave you. If this message has touched your heart, I encourage you to share it with those who might need a reminder of God's unending support. Subscribe to our channel for more uplifting content and join our community of faith. Thank you for watching. And remember, no matter what you're going through, God is with you, and His strength will see you through. Until next time, stay blessed and keep your faith strong.